Lord. Okay, I hear myself. Two, listen, guys, I've been trying to get this camera. That's what happens when you play poor, great, and want fancy camera and thing. I cannot get this camera to turn off the like. It's just I don't know why it will not. It just has me looking fuzzy. I can't fix it. I can't this light on. I have to take off what it's on the wall with, and then it's causing a reflection in the camera. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Let me see what I could do here now. You want to know what the technology problem is? I'm used to doing everything with a Mac, and I don't have the what's it called? The jacks from my MacBook, which is USB-C, and I have a whole bunch of like so my microphone is this, right? I have this, which is an adapter to put on it, but this is too wide to go beside all the other ones that are there, so I can't plug my mic in. You could imagine that, yeah? All right, hold on, man. Apple cider, what going on? Okay, let me share this. How do I sound, guys? I'm let's see if I can turn this light on just a little bit. Now I look like an Indian fuzzy bird. Like I look Indian and fuzzy. Lord, why is this doing this to me? It just won't. It won't get me in crispy. I don't know why. Why will this not let me come in crispy? I look fuzzy to my. Let me see on here. Yeah, I look fuzzy. I'm going to be struggling forever. Let me send the link out to let everyone know I'm live now. Nope. When you have a 6K camera that's making you look fuzzy, that's bad. Anyhow, let me try to get this up and running. I try to get the music running. Music won't. I'm going to have to get adapters next week and go back to my Mac because I'm on a Microsoft. What's this called? Microsoft something. There she is, Libra. See if I can moderator. Apple cider. I'm gonna make you moderator for now. Gavin mod, my sweetheart. Okay, I just look. Why can't I sharpen how I look? It's like you should be able to see. I'm used to. Anyhow, what's going on, Christopher? Okay, let me send out the link that is working because everybody's gonna be like, guys. So every Friday at 8 p.m. now I'm gonna be going live. I got to get back into this blogging thing. I kind of took a hiatus because of a lot of the drama, but it's really time for us to get back into the groove of things. So, I know a lot of you have missed me tremendously. You're like, where the hell has Babbzy been, man? Babbzy. But just been dealing with a whole bunch of stuff, haven't been feeling the best, issues that in that regard. So, yeah, I've been feeling a lot better though. Guys, this fuzzy face thing is gonna piss me off. I don't like how this looks. Look, you should be able to see like. Hold on. I I'm supposed to be in 6K, 8K. I look like I'm in like 280p from back in the day when you had a BlackBerry. I don't like how I don't look like like how I normally look. Anyhow, let's try to get this on and popping. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I don't like how I look. I don't like this. But anyhow, so I'm back coming out. I'm going to be here every single Friday at 8 p.m. on the dot. And we're going to go over all the topics that we have to discuss for the week. Right now, the number one topic is Popcaan, right? Being detained in the UK. And because of the fact that he obviously has had Barbados' name called up in there a bit, Barbados' name got called. So now it's kind of like this big drama going on because Barbados' name is getting dragged in the middle. And you know me already. I'm not the one that's gonna come out here and give no false information on stuff. I'm gonna give you the real deal. Hopefully next week I look a lot better. Hi, Gaza Ricardo. Hopefully I look a lot better next week. So, what's been in the news lately is that Popcaan was detained in the UK. And what I should do is actually play the video while I try to set this up for you. So let's take a look at this video of Popcaan.
Yes, so I'm being detained right now, as you know. I'm in the UK, they gotta give me this paper and detain me because of information that was sent by my country that I should be stopped every time I'm here. I wonder why. Mr. Prime Minister of Jamaica, I would like to draw your attention to this once again.
So you saw that. We're going to play this again, right? Because I hope we all see this. I'm going to play this again. Let's play this again.
Yes, so I'm being detained right now, as you know. I'm in the UK, they gotta give me this paper and detain me because of information that was sent by my country that I should be stopped every time I'm here. I wonder why. Mr. Prime Minister of Jamaica, I would like to draw your attention to this once again.
Now, I want you guys to know something. I'm not no artist groupie. This makes absolutely no sense to me why he would have done this video. I don't even understand why he did a video like this. Like in my mind, I always say to myself, there has to be some kind of reason for these guys to be doing these kind of things. But this here, I have no clue why he would have done a video like this. This makes no sense to me. So basically now this whole situation starts a frenzy because literally the JCF replied the next day. And when the JCF replied the next day, this is what kind of made things get worse. People are messaging me asking me if I'm live. Oh, Lord have mercy. So the next day the JCF decides they want to put out a statement. And the statement that they put out all of a sudden comes out and it says, you know what, I wonder if I should pull it up here. The only reason why I don't want to really pull it up here because I don't want to get no copyright strike because these people on YouTube are weird as hell. But let me see if I could get the statement pulled up. Actually, no, we're not fighting for nobody, but we respect everybody. Let's see if we can find it. And so the JCF replied, and the JCF had something to say. Let me find it for you. So the JCF says, here, I'm going to share it with you guys. That's the best thing for me to do. It would be to share it. I just can't stand how I look fuzzy on here. It's going to drive me crazy. Okay, hold on. Cancel. So now you see what Popcaan did. Popcaan is addressing the Prime Minister and Jamaica, and he's saying that they put something there to stop him, and they want to know why he being stopped and all kind of stuff. Now, let's get it. Let's see if you can see this. Share. Hopefully, you guys can see this. Popcaan Detained in the United Kingdom, according to the Entertainer. Right? Now, here is what I believe to be bad mind. I believe you're bad mind if Popcaan was accepting his Grammy and all of a sudden the JCF was like, oh, but Popcaan was over there doing bray. In my mind, Popcaan said something about them and they answering him back. I don't know. I don't understand the rules of dancehall, because the rules of dancehall, math, long division, we don't know this language. I don't understand what they be saying half of the time, because it doesn't make any sense. I think that if Popcaan accused Jamaica of detaining him, having him detained in the UK, that they have every right to reply, what says you? So now, this is not Popcaan's first run-in with UK immigration officials. January this year, Popcaan took to social media to claim that he was detained for several hours by UK authorities. In a tweet at the time, Popcaan claimed he was being detained because of gang and gun affiliations. I would like to know why someone with authority in Jamaica sent information to England immigration that I am a gang leader and I got charged with a firearm. This is not cool at all from my own country, tweeted the Entertainer, right? So this article is actually an older article. So it's not even the right one. Is it? Or maybe it is. So anyhow, I'll tell you what happened. The JCF comes back and they hit back and they say it wasn't them, that it was Barbados that had the situation that happened. So let me get that clip for you so you guys can see what was said. So Popcaan's lawyer is all on this case now too. And there's a lot of confusion right now. I'm going to give you guys my breakdown on this in a second, because this is absolute nonsense what's going on. And Popcaan is going to end up losing in all of this. Popcaan is going to end up to be the loser in all of this, because he's playing his cards really bad with this, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. So let me get to you the video today where they discuss Popcaan being Popcaan's lawyer, because he's going to sue.
Lawyers will say, Wendy, enough already, enough.
Hold on there.
We're paying you enough. And I'll say, no, you still have to pay. You forgot. There's another $20,000 you didn't
Why
pay.
do I have an ad on my thing? I have premium. Oh, I'm not signed in.
Samuel, the attorney representing dancehall artist Andre Popcaan Sutherland, will be filing a defamation lawsuit against the Jamaica Constabulary Force in the Supreme Court Friday morning.
When there's an apology and a retraction, it lessens the damages, but it does not appreciate it. It does not mean you don't pay damages. So we were inviting the JCF to save taxpayers' money by apologizing and retracting, so that the amount that the judge would award for the defamation would be much less. They have not done so.
The Entertainer was delayed at the Heathrow Airport in London on Tuesday as he faced over 3 hours of interrogation by immigration. This made it the 10th time, according to his attorney, who claims the Jamaican state has placed a red flag against Sutherland's name. However, the JCF has refuted the claim. In a statement on Wednesday, it said the artist was convicted in Barbados in 2009 for possession of marijuana and subsequently deported to Jamaica. It added that in 2011, he was again arrested in Barbados for possession of cocaine. The JCF says a green notice was generated by Interpol in relation to him in 2015. The notice was reportedly reconfirmed by Interpol in 2018. But Samuels asserts that Sutherland has never been arrested for the possession of cocaine in Barbados or any other country. As for the possession of marijuana,
the marijuana charges which were against Mr. Andre Sutherland Popcaan, the circumstances was briefly that he was smoking a ganja split on a beach in Barbados, and overexcited police charged him and he paid a fine. It was exposed in 2020. Had the police done their proper research, they would have discovered that there could be no reference whatsoever to that conviction.
In a tweet on Wednesday, Information Minister Robert Morgan advised that Prime Minister Andrew Holness has spoken to the Minister of National Security and the Commissioner of Police to review the artist's situation with a view to help facilitate his ease of travel as an entertainer. He's also noted that neither the police nor the government have issued a red flag against Sutherland. CVM Live contacted the head of the JCF's Corporate Communications Unit, Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, on Thursday regarding the imminent lawsuit, but she declined to comment. Aladdin Love, CVM Live.
Hey, Popcaan lawyer, I don't know if Popcaan find he lawyer on the back of some kiss cakes or something so down there in Jamaica, Fosca Oats or one of them. Popcaan lawyer can put Popcaan in a lot of problems, you know. So let's walk through this. So I'm going to show you the logical way that a logical person thinks. First off, let me tell you that I love Popcaan. I love his music. I actually work with people on Popcaan's team. I have no issues against Popcaan. I am an unbiased blogger. I do not pick sides in dancehall. I feel like it is absolutely absurd to do so if you're going to be a part of media, because then you will never ever be in a position where you can be honest and truthful about when things happen and transpire to these artists, right? Now, hold on a minute. Get this fuzziness thing, man. Jesus Lord. I don't know. I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown over this. I hate how I look on this camera. I'll have to fix it another day. Anyhow. Oh, it's probably a manual focus. Should I bother trying to fix this right now? It's probably on manual focus. Yeah, see? Okay, I realize what the problem is. It's on the wrong setting on the camera. And if I fiddle with it, I look less fuzzy there, so I'm going to leave it there, even though I'm darker. Yeah, I don't have a problem being black. We could bleach afterwards. Right. So now Popcaan goes to the UK. He gets detained. Before he even knows why he's detained, he jumps up. He does a video for social media saying that the Jamaican government sent information to the UK to have him detained. That is a lie. That is a lie. That is an inaccuracy. The government of Jamaica didn't send anything to the UK against Popcaan. So the lies started with Popcaan, right? He got excited when he got detained and he jumped on social media and he blamed Andrew Holness and the government of Jamaica for him being detained when they had nothing to do with it, right? So understand this now. Now the JCF comes back and they're like, well, no, it wasn't us. It was Barbados, because in 2009 in Barbados, you were arrested for marijuana. And then in 2011, you were arrested for cocaine. And now Popcaan's lawyer wants to hit the JCF for an apology, right? For defending themselves against Popcaan's lie. You can't make this up, you know. You cannot make these things up. Popcaan lies on the government of Jamaica. They answer, and now they get sued for defamation. Now, let me tell you that the JCF did do something slightly wrong, I believe. The JCF should have just been like, look, no information was sent by us to any agency in regards to Andre Sutherland. Done talk. I think where they kind of got a little hyper is by putting out the charges that they're claiming Interpol has on Popcaan. This is what people don't understand. The JCF does not talk to the UK. It's Interpol that does the monitoring. And this is the part where people aren't getting. Andrew Holmes can't pick up the phone and call England and be like, yeah, ban Popcaan when he come down there, yeah. You think this is a patty shop? Corned beef and biscuits? There's international monitoring agencies that deal with these kind of things. I work with them because I'm a data analyst. So we get information daily on terrorists, on money launderers, and we pull that information, right? When Yahoo Boys came out, in the beginning, he's like, Deskid Wayne, Nigeria. And I'm like, Deskid Wayne? Where do I know that name from? Deskid Wayne is banned in Canada from opening a bank account because he's flagged as a money launderer. The only reason I know that is because I work on the money laundering systems. I work on terrorism systems for the data. I don't sit and type in any information, you know. I work with the data to make sure that the feeds coming in from whatever country work properly. The ban from Deskid Wayne to get a bank account in Canada may not have been put on by Nigeria. It might have been put on by Ireland, because Deskid Wayne went to Ireland to do money laundering, and they were like, this guy is a scammer, and they flagged him. You don't know who flags you. You just get flagged. So Popcaan being flagged isn't necessarily being flagged because of Jamaica. And this is what happens when you think Patty and Cocoa Bread life. Like, it might not have been Jamaica to put the ban on him. And it wasn't. So now they're trying to defend their name against that, and I understand that. I just think they jumped the gun a bit when they started to put out the type of charges that he should have been charged with. So let's see here now. Yeah, right, Gavin. I'm going to get to that in a minute. So now you have the JCF firing back, saying what Interpol has posted, which they should not have put. They should have just put that it wasn't Jamaica to put anything on Popcaan's name at Interpol. Now, here's where Barbados is coming into the mix. And this is where this Bert Samuels dude better be careful. For starters, right? If the JCF is lying, right? Which they could possibly be, they're either lying or they're telling the truth, right? So Bert Samuels pressing them for an apology may not go in his favor, especially if the JCF is telling the truth. Because if the JCF is telling the truth, they're going to press and push back more evidence to confirm that they weren't lying. This should not be a case in court in Jamaica. This is something that should be handled behind the scenes with a mediator and people who can have a conversation rationally. Because now what is happening is Bert Samuels, or whatever his name is, Mr. Samuels, by the way, he allegedly Tasha Miller's lawyer too. Allegedly, Tasha Miller got life in prison. I don't know. I want winning lawyers. Tyrone Blackburn is my lawyer. Tyrone Blackburn wins. If the Jamaica Constabulary Force starts to push information back and say, no, here's where you were arrested in Antigua, here's where you were arrested in Barbuda, this is going to go very badly for Popcaan. This is going to go very badly for Popcaan. I can actually show you something, because you know what? I want you to understand my place on things. I'm not necessarily the person who believes that anytime something happens, you have to take things to the full out extent. I'm a person that believes a lot of time we have interpersonal skills for a reason. And the reason for having interpersonal skills is because we need to use them to avoid pushing things sometimes to the full out extent. And I think that this is going to end up bad for Popcaan, because homeboy lawyer going to get paid no matter what, right?
If you're a mom without life insurance, please watch this video. This video will...
This is why I don't like Microsoft app.
What happens when the prostate enlarges and the urine channel gets tight? You cannot be certain how fast it will grow and
do I look like I want to talk about prostate gland and
scientists from both California and Harvard.
You imagine somebody come and say they already say I'm transgender, now they running a prostate gland ad in the middle of my stream. I have to log in my I have to log it. Okay, let me set this up for you guys, because this is something that happened. It's going to... So here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to let it replay. Watch it. So he's in Antigua performing. Sorry for that. You left. You left which part you come from in Jamaica. Gone down in Antigua. I'm playing you boxing about police officer hand in Antigua. You understand? So that alone right there, they could turn around and want to press it. Like, this is the thing that I don't understand with dancehall artists. It's like they don't think that they are the problem. It's like they can do whatever they want. They can say whatever they want. And then when there's repercussions, it's like the system of hate me, and this person not war me, and them no one should get to you rights. You left which part you live in Jamaica and went and box a police officer hand for what reason? You would never box a police officer hand in America. You Popcaan is in Canada all the time. There's never been no issues. But because Antigua is a small island, you're gone down there and you feel you can bully their police. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like I said, I have nothing against Popcaan. I think he's an amazing artist. But when I see stuff like this, why would you box a police officer in Antigua? What would possess you to do that? You would never hit a Canadian police officer. You would never try that. It's this invincible thing that they have a lot of the times where certain things, it's like, these people can't do me none, and these people can't do me none. This lawyer gonna put Popcaan in a lot of problems. A whole heap of problems. A whole heap of problems. And my thing is this. So now you have Popcaan's lawyer pressuring, right, for an apology. When Popcaan owes Jamaica and Andrew Holness an apology, he tagged Andrew Holness to the post. Popcaan got detained before he found out what he was detained for. He runs and jumps and does a video and tags Andrew Holness wrongfully. What you should have done is get the detaining like every other artist. You think Popcaan's the only entertainer that gets detained? Entertainers get detained all the time. Entertainers get sent back all the time. This is not just Popcaan this is happening to. There's not no fight against people. I've been detained. And I can tell you how I've been detained. In all of my times of traveling, I've been detained one time. I had to go to do a show in America and host it, right? What ends up happening is the promoter, who's a broke-ass nigga, right? He decides that he's going to cancel my return ticket, right? Because he was able to book another artist on the show. And he needed the money to get that artist's flight. So what he did was cancel my ticket. And he went and got this artist ticket, return ticket, because the artist needs a return ticket to get out. Me as a Canadian, right? I don't need a return ticket to get out of America. I can go into America and never prove when I'm leaving because America and Canada pretty much live like they're the same, right? So he knows I can go in America and I don't need to show him that I'm leaving. So I go now to go board the plane, go start doing it, whatever. Immigration detains me. They're like, your story is inconsistent with what we have here. So I'm like, here's my ticket. They're like, you don't have a return ticket. I'm like, what do you mean I don't have a return ticket? This is it right here. They're like, you don't have a return ticket. So the stupid ass promoter doesn't tell me, hey, I'm going to cancel your return ticket. So just tell them you're coming in on a one-way. Nothing. He just canceled it and says nothing. So I get detained. I mean, I got out. I didn't get nothing written up against me. But they're like, well, why are you saying you're coming back on Sunday? There's no return ticket for you. You're saying you're coming back and you're not. What if when I got detained, I was like, Barbados detained? Find out the reason first before you start talking. Find out the reason first. Get the facts. So now, this lawyer fella is pressuring the JCF government, JCF and the government to put an apology out for Popcaan. This is going to go so bad for Popcaan. Furthermore, he said in the clip there how some excited police in Barbados, be careful. Because now Now you're throwing insults to another nation that has nothing to do with this. And it's not because I'm baited that I'm saying this, because I have something else to talk about after. Don't be out here talking about, oh, some excited police in Barbados. Were you there, Mr. Samuels? You weren't there. And you're saying that the record was expunged in 2020. It doesn't mean that he wasn't arrested and detained. This information doesn't expunge like that. If I go to jail and murder somebody and I get manslaughter for 7 years, and after 7 years it's off my record, it's still on my record. You need to be careful. When you start saying things like, oh, some excited police officer arrested Popcaan for a spliff on the beach, you're undermining the police of Barbados now, and they have done nothing to you. Why are you disrespecting them for? All you had to say was Popcaan was charged, and subsequently the charges were dropped and expunged off his record. What are you throwing in the words for, bruh? Because I'm going to tell you something. You would not like to piss off Mia Motley, and you don't want to piss off Santia Bradshaw. Santia Bradshaw, who's a friend of mine, by the way, and I'm not saying this because she's my friend, is one of the first entertainment lawyers in the entire Caribbean region. This is up her alley. When you start saying, oh, some excited police in Barbados, you wasn't there. You weren't there. You wasn't there. How can you tell that the police was excited when he arrested Popcaan? Clearly the charges stuck, didn't they? Be careful. Be careful. That's why I'm saying too, if the JCF is lying on Barbados, the JCF, Mia Motley gonna put her foot so far up the JCF's ass, they won't even be able to fart, because they ain't gonna be no room for the air to come out if they're wrongfully calling Barbados' name in this mix. So the JCF better know what they doing. When you start calling other countries' names, you call some of these other countries, their prime minister's not coming. I guarantee you start mixing Barbados' name in this wrongfully, Mia Motley gonna run out on that ass. I'm not even asking you. And so is Santia. Because both Mia and Santia are pro-artists. And Juholness is not pro-artist. Right? He has some problems with the dancehall fraternity. So when you see, right, that these people start calling other people names, be careful. Be careful. Furthermore, and Gavin just brought it up, Popcaan is trying to get an American visa. Do you really think that playing out this corned beef and biscuit argument in front of the world to see now, calling in other nations' names to come and start problems, is a good look for Popcaan to get in America? Because this is the goal for Poppy. Poppy's trying to get that American money. You know what I'm saying? Right now, he's not getting that. Skilly Bang is all about down in the air. Popcaan can't go in America. And that's a large part of his artistic repertoire that he's missing. He can't perform in America half the time. And when you can't perform in America, it's going to slow down your collabs. It's going to slow down you even winning awards. It doesn't make sense. You winning an award, you can't come. Be careful. Be careful, because this little corned beef and biscuit fight might end up causing Popcaan to not be able to even get in America ever again. And all of you are on some ego trips right now. You need to sit down, chill out, right? And take this intelligently. Popcaan, stop running to social media anytime something happens. You don't need to tweet about things. You don't need to put this up on a video every time something happens, because you're putting a paper trail for the Americans to look at. Now you've just brought the attention and spotlight on yourself. When you could have been detained, you would have gotten out because you got a green notice. A green notice is a warning and intelligence that they just stopped you to ask you a few questions. No one needed to know this, Popcaan. You did not need to do a video about this. Stop bringing unnecessary attention to yourself, especially when you start dealing with the criminal element, immigration elements, things of that nature. Oh, they stopped me and said I'm a gang leader. And why are you doing that? No one would have known you were stopped. And if they went and told people you were stopped, then you'd have a case for them to be saying that they did certain things to you in the UK. Only the UK knows why you were stopped. Stop being so public about this kind of stuff. People get stopped at immigration all the time. This is not no fight against ghetto youth and this and that. This is about information that has been submitted to an international agency. Your beef is with Interpol. Your beef is not with Jamaica. And so far, you have not been able to prove that Jamaica is the one that sent any derogatory information on your name. So expecting an apology after you lied on them, that's nonsense. It can't work like that. It can't work like that. It can't work like that. But antagonizing others, xenophobia only separates the Caribbeans. Why is it? Okay. Low emotional intelligence. Yeah. Drea, exactly. It just because you expunge something doesn't mean that it's not there. But the JCF, I think they could have just not talked about what he was detained for. Now, let's talk about what I was able to find, because I'm nosy. I was able to go and dig up. I can't confirm anything to do with Popcaan ever being deported from Barbados. Wasn't able to find any information on that. I actually found out some other information that the JCF did not put out. So I'm not going to put that out either, because it doesn't make no sense, because the JCF didn't say anything about it. But there was some other information there. And I was able to confirm that Popcaan has had, let's call it, delays in entering Barbados on some occasions. What those delays were for are for a variety of reasons. So I just think that this lawyer needs to be very careful. He's playing a very silly, immature game, and this is going to backfire on Popcaan. He's the only one that's going to lose in all of this, because he's not going to be able to travel, right? So Popcaan, chill out. When you go in other people's country, you come from Jamaica, right? Understand that Jamaica has a bad reputation internationally, and live with it. You know what I mean? Y'all get perks when you're ready. You win the 100 meters all the time in the Olympics. You understand what I mean? Jamaica has the hypest island in the Caribbean. Jamaica's a 24-hour a day entertainment hub. But you have a bad reputation when it comes to certain things. Work with what you got. Live with it. Live with it. They say Barbados has the most gays in the world. I don't know where they got that stat from. Live with it. Live with it. When you're traveling, you're going to get stopped. You're going to get questioned. You're going to have delays. Learn to live with it. Learn to live with it. You understand? Now, next topic. Damion Crawford. Senator Damion Crawford in Jamaica as well. Oh, Lord. These Jamaican men leaders have an ego problem. Now, you guys might have remembered a couple of weeks ago, Skeng. Remember Skeng? Dancehall artist Skeng? He had performed in Guyana, and gunshots went off at his performance. Now, when the gunshots go off at his performance, it's at the end of May, beginning of June. Guyanese people are laughing at him because they said how he ran off the stage. He's supposed to be some gunman, bad man, and he ran. I'm running too, Skeng. I'm with you, bruh. I'm running too. I'm out. So Skeng decides that he's gonna come off the stage. And then the Guyanese people start beating him for that. They're like, yo, you a punk. You ran. Thought you said you're supposed to be a gunman. Gunman shift what? Whoa. Right? Couple days, that's what's going on social media. Toxic shit, right? Right after that now, the government of Guyana comes forward and they're like, Skeng is banned from performing in public places in Guyana, right? So they put a public ban on Skeng. He can't perform in public places whatsoever. So now that he can't perform in public places, right? Andrew Holness gets asked about this situation, and Andrew Holness is like, I'm embarrassed and ashamed that one of my Jamaican entertainers would be banned from somewhere because of their lyrics and this and that and whatever. And that's all it took for Damion Crawford to run up with his, I don't want to say bitch ass because I'm trying to get a little bit nicer, with his pandering ass. Now let me tell you about Damion Crawford. Damion Crawford used to be the Minister of Culture of Jamaica. No, the Minister of Tourism and the Minister of Entertainment, right? This is before he started losing. He ain't winning. He's a part of the Senate right now, right? Damion Crawford's role in Jamaica right now is the antagonist to Andrew Holness. So anything Andrew Holness says, Prime Minister of Jamaica, Damion Crawford goes against it. Now, it's not a secret. Andrew Holness and the entertainers in Jamaica have always had a hot and cold relationship. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not good. So when Damion Crawford sees that Skeng gets a public ban, right, from Guyana, Damion Crawford starts campaigning. And he's like, oh, where's the Jamaican government to defend Skeng on this? How dare they? starts going on. So I'm sitting down there, but somebody spiked this man's drink. What Damion Crawford doing? Then now I see him going on stage. He's with Winford Williams, sitting down talking with Winford, and he's like, Winford, the Jamaican government, I'm surprised that they are not standing up for Skeng's rights. And I'm like, boy, if you don't stop it. But what concerned me is when you see in the comments, yes, Damion Crawford for Prime Minister, defend Jamaica. And then I see all these other vloggers like, this is an attack against dancehall. They shouldn't be attacking dancehall. They must fight the music. They must try fight the music. And I'm like, you guys gonna really make me come back out of retirement to come deal with your bitch asses right now for real? Folks, let me give you the real deal of what transpired. First thing first, this was not a show about Skeng. Chanel Muir, Young Brother, and Skeng were the headliners on this event. So it was not just a show with Skeng, as Damion Crawford would like one to believe. This was a show with two other artists and Skeng. Okay? So now let's show you how stupid this sounds. How could this be a fight against Jamaica when Chanel Muir is Jamaican and she did not receive a public ban? Biggs Wandon went to Guyana last week. He's Jamaican. How was he able to go to Jamaica if there's a ban against Jamaicans and they're fighting Jamaicans? Absolute rubbish, right? Then now it's a fight against the music. Okay, so how come Chanel and Young Brother did not get banned as well from coming back into Guyana? Because they're both dancehall artists as well. They're both sing dancehall, right? So why is it that no gunshots rang out in Chanel Muir's performance, right? These Guyanese people are so unruly and bad behaved, and it's their fault and it's their problem, and it's just they're the problem. So how come gunshots didn't ring out in Chanel Muir's performance or in Young Brother's performance? Because Young Brother saying how he's cocky so long he just trip. How come gunshots never ring out at Machelle Montano, at Mash Romani, and Bungie and Fayan and Lil Rick? People perform in Guyana all the times and gunshots don't ring out. Skeng sings gunman music predominantly. I don't even think Skeng has a song about sex. Everything he sings about is the gun. Damion Crawford is like music and the causality. Causality? You gone upon Winford Williams trying to use big words. Causality? What causality you talking about, brother? Oh, crime isn't caused by the music. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask the chat. You're trying to put the person that you're trying to have sex with in the mood. Aren't there certain songs that you could play that's going to heighten the sexual experience and the chances of you getting sex from a person? Yes or no? Cha-ching, yes. Aren't there songs when you feel like praising God that you play loud and it puts you in the Holy Spirit? Cha-ching, yes. Aren't there songs that are dance songs? Lego the bird, Lego the bird, and you have to Lego the bird? Cha-ching, yes. So you mean to tell me that music could put you in the mood to dance, music could put you in the mood to have sex, music could put you in the mood to praise God, but music can't put you in the mood to pull out a gun and shoot nobody? How come? But if music could influence all these things, how come it can't influence gunman violence? I don't understand. It just stops at the gunman part. No one is saying that gunman music is the reason for crime. It's a contributing factor. It is. This is why they're trying to ban drill music in a whole bunch of cities in America. And when you see King Von and FBG Duck and all these guys getting shot, they're drill music artists, and their music is talking about killing one another and pissing on each other's grave. So they're trying to ban that kind of music because they see the violence that's going along with it. New York has been a violent place for eternity. Drill music is new. Drill music is not the reason that New York has a lot of crime. So why would they be banning it? Because it's a contributing factor. So Damion Crawford is saying, we need to stand up for our artists because it is lucrative for dancehall artists to go to these countries and collect money. Skeng came back with $2 to $3 million in his hand. This is a way for our artists to make money, and we should be, it's not Skeng's fault that someone shot up the place. It's the promoter's fault. The promoter should have secured the venue and made sure that nobody. This is what this man's telling me. So basically, what you're saying is Guyana trying to take a proactive measure, right, to ensure the safety of their citizens, right? Because they live in Guyana. They know what gets shot up from what doesn't get shot up. Marshall never got shot up. God, Marshall is singing about fast wine. But Skeng's performance gets shot up. So they want to put a public ban against Skeng, and now this is a problem. And now, because that's how Skeng makes his money, it's not his fault that Guyana has lawless people running around the place shooting each other. This is the stance Damion Crawford taking. Damion Crawford, let me tell you something. You see this pandering thing that you're doing? We try not to get involved in Jamaica topics too much because a lot of times a lot of Jamaicans don't like when we talk about Jamaica. So we will let you run Jamaicans around like fools because we can't say anything, because if we do, they'll cuss us. But when you start coming around for other countries, you need to chill out. First and foremost, Guyana is taking a proactive measure against toxic music coming from Jamaica. When Barris Hammond gets banned, call me. I'm going to be the first one out there to defend his ass. If they ban Dennis Brown and Gregory Isaac music and shit, call me. But they're banning someone singing about killing people, blowing up people, circling ends. This is gunman music. Guyana has the right to say what they want from what they don't want. Damion Crawford, you don't have any right to tell Guyana how to deal with their nation. You are passing your place on this topic, and you need to tread lightly because you're looking like an ass. No one has told Skeng what he can and cannot sing. They said he cannot sing those lyrics in their nation in public. They have the right to do that because you don't see leaders in Jamaica take proactive measures against things. Remember, Jamaica has the highest murder rate in the Caribbean. So the rest of us have the model to see how Jamaica's running. So when they see gunshots ring out, they're like, oh no, let's not go this route. Ban, ban, ban. You're riling up people in Jamaica thinking that you're defending Jamaica when you're not defending Jamaica. This had nothing to do with Jamaica. You're riling up people in Jamaica to believe that you're defending dancehall when this had nothing to do with dancehall. This is an independent situation that transpired with Skeng, who sings gunman lyrics, and Guyana is saying they don't want those types of lyrics in the public realm because they want to protect the safety of their citizens. And you're saying, well, Skeng comes back home with $3 and $4 million and this and that. What, at the extent of the safety of the Guyanese people, right? Because it's not his responsibility what happens at an event that he's performing at. As long as he gets paid and he has the money to go back to Jamaica, everything's good. You don't give a shit that people might have got trampled at this event. People might be paralyzed because of being trampled. But because Skeng came back to Jamaica with his money, you happy. You see how absurd you sound? If you think that it's so easy to throw events that have to have metal detectors and all these things, you send the security then, Damion Crawford. You send the security to Guyana needed for Skeng to perform. Since you're so vocal and you feel so passionate about this, you send the security needed. You find the funds, you get the money, and you send the security that Skeng needs to have to make sure all the Guyanese patrons are safe. And Guyana can book Skeng all they want. You pay for it. You don't want to hear that part though, right? You don't want to hear that part. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Hey, Nikita, hold on. Let me give you a moderator. Nikita, I just made you moderator. Skeng comes back home with money, so that's why. Like, wait a minute. Guyana's trying to protect their citizens, and they have every right to do that because Guyana's going to probably want to be one of the richest nations right now because of the billions of dollars of oil that they just found off the coast of Guyana. So Guyana is not even going to let none of us sneeze on their country and fuck it up. They got enough problems internally to deal with. They have their own crime to deal with, and they're trying to put their own crime under control. They don't need to import people that's going to rile up people to be criminals. So understand that this had nothing to do with Jamaica, and this had nothing to do with dancehall. This had to do with Skeng and Damion Crawford. When you start doing these things, like, you make yourself look like an idiot because you're making it seem like Skeng was the only person at the show when he wasn't. I don't know why you guys are so manipulative on the way you deliver information. It's because you have an agenda. You want to make these dancehall people and you want to make poor people believe that you're out here fighting their cause because you're using words like causality. You know they don't know what the hell you're talking about. And you're trying to make them believe that you're doing something right when you're doing absolute bullshit. What's worse is how many Guyanese artists fly to Jamaica and perform in Jamaica. Let's go to 2,000 years before Christ was born. So for the last 4,000 years, do you think 10 Guyanese people have ever performed in Jamaica in 4,000 years? I doubt it. Jamaica doesn't even support their own artists, far less Caribbean artists. On any weekend, you see Lava Man is in Barbados. You'll see Lil Rick is in St. Vincent. You'll see Skinny Fabulous is in Dominica. You see Asa Bantan is in Guyana. You don't see these people in Jamaica. You might see them there right now because of Carnival. Jamaica has never supported Caribbean artists to a very, very bare minimum. Natural Black is probably the only Guyanese person that gets support in Jamaica. And I know you're going to say, well, we have our own artists. Guyana has their own reggae artists. Guyana has their own dancehall artists. Guyana has their own soca artists. And yet they still choose to support Jamaican artists. So understand that you are not even supporting Guyanese artists, but you're demanding that dancehall artists from Jamaica receive a level of respect that your nation isn't even willing to do. We have to stop this double standard, hypocrisy, bullying nonsense. If it's lucrative for Skeng to make money in Guyana, then it's lucrative for Militant to make money in Jamaica. So why are you not reciprocating that? Why is it only the problem because of Skeng not being able to come back with the money? Guyanese are not able to go in Jamaica and perform and make money and come back. What's with this one-sided thing all the time? And for anybody who's going to complain, let me tell you this. If it was reverse and Guyana was picking on Jamaica, I would be defending Jamaica the same exact way. For the type of blogging that I do, I see so much unfairness. It's crazy. You're going to come and blaze Guyana and you don't support Guyanese artists. But you're talking about, oh, well, when Jamaican alcohol is sent around the world. Okay, Jamaican alcohol is sent around the world. What happened? In Bangladesh, you might be allowed to drink Jamaican alcohol when you're 13. In Canada, you might be able to drink alcohol when you're 19. Each nation determines what the minimum age is for someone to drink alcohol. You can't go tell Bangladesh to go and change their minimum drinking age because you're concerned about Jamaican alcohol. They're concerned about their citizens. And every nation has a right to be concerned about their people first. You can't go and bully people because they want to protect the people. Damion Crawford, I tell you, you ain't gonna see me nowhere, right? But I's the governor of the Caribbean. So a lot of you, when you guys try to slip around and sneak around and do some of this shit, I'm here, you know. I'm here. It would be a lot easier for me to deal with a lot of the bullshit that you guys do to the people in Jamaica. But the problem is you got them programs so goddamn good. You got them programs so goddamn good. When help come, they don't even want it. They don't even want it. They're like, suck your mother, fuck off. Where? Yo, like, no, we coming to help you. No, fuck you. Suck your mother. We don't need you. Okay, bye. That's how well the leaders of Jamaica's program, that they will refuse help. They will fight people coming to help them. So there's not much we can do, but I would like you to stop your nonsense altogether, leaders of Jamaica. But I can't control that, so keep your nonsense over in Jamaica. Because these people don't care about the people in Jamaica. They care zero. They care zero. They care zero. I care zero about what you do. I'm about the sub law Babbzy. Yeah, man. Big up Drea, man. Drea support every time. Keet, what's up? Yeah. No, man. It's like these leaders are just making an ass of the people. I see Lisa Hanna. I see Lisa Hanna carrying buckets of water and helping out this community to like pave the roads. And she have on a Bob Marley t-shirt, right? And I sitting down there and I see the commenter like, thank you, Lisa, you know, this and that. And I'm like, oh, you can't even see what's going on here. Lisa Hanna wants Bob Marley to be a national hero of Jamaica. Where did this conversation come from? The same conversation that all of a sudden Jamaica wants to be a republic. Where did this conversation come from? You think Andrew Holness cares if Jamaica's a republic or not? No. It came from the fact that Barbados became a republic, and none of us expected the attention that the world gave to that. I was shocked to see how much attention the world gave to the situation, to the point they were like, Canada's like, well, why don't we disconnect from the Queen too? New Zealand is like, well, why don't we disconnect from the Queen? If Barbados could do it, why can't we? Next week, Andrew Holness is like, well, we need to bring back into the Jamaica becoming a republic. I'm like, Andrew Holness, he's a real dog when you're ready, you know. Jesus Christ, man. Not even a week gone by and you talking about Jamaica. We Jamaica will benefit tremendously. Oh, here comes the Martin Luther King speech now. Come, Andrew, let's hear you. Now Lisa Hannah's like, Bob Marley should be the national hero of Jamaica. And there's no reason. And I'm like, Lord have mercy. Here we go. Because Rihanna was national hero of Barbados. So all of a sudden now, no one knew you could make an entertainer a national hero, did they? And now, because they got all this attention, Lisa Hannah is like, wait a minute. Mia Motley was in British Vogue. I'm the beauty queen, Miss World. I need to be in British Vogue. I need to do this too. Let me get up in that magazine too. All of a sudden, Bob Marley being national hero is so important to her. Bob Marley been dead for 40 Russell years. 40 something years. Bob Marley dead. All of a sudden now you're wearing Bob Marley t-shirt and doing cheer. Man, them just make me sick over there when they're ready, you know. I'm telling you. So what's up, Andrew Holness says baby Trump. No, here's the thing. And this is what people need to understand. You see, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about because I don't want to make this about Jamaica, but I'm just going to share my opinion on this. There's a reason why there's a church on every corner in Jamaica and there's not a school on every corner in Jamaica, right? The education is the key for the success of any Black person, and any narrative that goes against that has an agenda. When you are Black, you have got to be educated. No ifs, ands, or buts. I don't care if you want to sell roast corn on the corner for a living. You need to be educated, because roasting corn might work until there's a corn shortage and when you're 30, and then what? You need to be educated. It is the most important thing for Black people. Bill Gates got this and that. Bill Gates is white. He never went to college. Bill Gates is white. You hear what I tell you? Black people need to get an education. You are not going to end up like Bill Gates. You're not going to have a sex tape like Kim Kardashian and make money. You notice she's gone back white. They will do that. They can act Black, but they will flip back white when it benefits them. You have got to get an education. There is a reason why there's no press to get an education in places like Jamaica, because it is a lot easier to get somebody to run in the road with a tambourine like a fool and choose their oppressor than to have them educated so that when they come to their community, you're like, but what about A? What about B? What about C? What about D? You're saying that you want to do these things. How do you plan to execute these things? You think the politicians in places like Jamaica want people questioning them about how they plan to do things? They know that all they got to do is come down there and play a little dancehall song, put a little tambourine, and throw a little bit of iPad here and there, and that's all they need. There's a reason why then the church is there, because the church is going to tell you God's going to come. So you got a whole bunch of Jamaicans sitting in the house waiting on God. God's coming. God's going to save me. So what you going to plan to do in the interim? Nothing. Come from and believe in my Bible. Miss it. What? There is a reason. There is a reason. Then what they've done is they've literally blocked Jamaica from getting news from the Caribbean from the 80s. You want to know why? Because it's going to be a very weird question when you're like, how come the US dollar is $2 in Barbados? How come the US dollar is $1 something in the ECK? And $1 US dollar in Jamaica is 150 cents. What's going on? If you don't know what all these other countries' dollar comes in at, you might say I'm lying. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you because I know you know me. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Cause you might be like, you're gonna be like Babbzy, stop talk shit, Babbzy. Listen, watch this. Right? You will see their news. Prime example. Look. Right? So $1 Canadian is $116.57. First post to come up, right? What you will not see is what $1 Canadian is in Barbados, or $1 Canadian is in the Bahamas, or $1 Canadian is in Antigua, because they don't want to show that it ain't like this. So when it's out of sight and it's out of mind, they think the rest of the Caribbean is dealing with people 5 murders a day and all these things. They don't know that these countries are not dealing with that. So when Anguilla sees somebody slit a mother and her 4 children, and their Anguillas are like, oh my God, it's like, suck your mother, talk about your own problems. No, Anguilla doesn't have that. Antigua doesn't have that. Montserrat does not have this. I saw a clip where a alcohol driver was killed, and the man is dead on the road, and people just picking up the alcohol and gone with it. You don't see that in the other islands like that. Maybe Trinidad and Haiti. So keep the education away from them, so they don't know what they don't know what's going on. They don't know what's happening to them. They don't know that they can have a better day tomorrow. They don't know that they need an education. They don't know that God's not coming for them tomorrow just like that. Just keep them over here so that every 4 years we can come around, dance, play some music, play some dumplings, and get back in office. Because if you educate Jamaicans, then what's going to happen is the generational wealth for all these people who are the surgeons at Mona and these places, they're not going to be able to hold you back when you're educated. Because now you're going to be a threat to these people, because now you're going to come to get a piece of the pie and they don't want to share it. So it's a lot easier to keep you thinking about the Bible and not educated. It's simple. It's simple. Who's that? Jamaica always deflect to other countries like the point to fix Jamaica. No, it's just sad because you know what? You're watching, you watch everything that's going on and you see these things and then you're just like, wow, they're getting unfair in Jamaica over there a lot. And it's like, you can't say anything because the minute you say something, they're going to run out on you and cuss the shit out of you, even though they need defending. So that's my thing. Like for me, I'm addressing Damion Crawford because he's calling Guyana's name. You know what I'm saying? Popcaan and them, you starting to call Barbados, be careful. Be careful. This could backfire on you real bad to the point that you will never get a U.S. visa. And they might revoke your Canadian one too. Be careful. Be careful. Because you forcing someone to apologize when you owe the apology first is bullying. That is what your lawyer is engaging in. And that's not a very good move at this stage of the game. I don't know why it still looks so fuzzy. Lastly, guys, R. Kelly pissed me off this week. Black people, man, we're doomed. Some days I'm like, it's the black man that's the problem. And then some days I'm like, it's the black woman that's the problem. This week it's the black woman that's the problem. The amount of women that I have seen come to defend R. Kelly is mind-boggling. I do not understand if I live in the goddamn Twilight Zone. How the hell can you defend R. Kelly? How the hell are you making comments like, well, all I'm going to tell you is 15-year-old girls should not be in the face of an R. Kelly. And I'm like, oh, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. So a 15-year-old girl should not be in the face of R. Kelly. Who's at fault for that? The parents, right? Yeah. So the parents have failed her. So the judicial system should fail her too, is what you're saying, ultimately. R. Kelly's a predator. R. Kelly want taken off the street? Now, because these people's parents haven't been charged, charge the parents. It's not, oh, free R. Kelly because the parents haven't been charged. No, charge the parents. I agree with you. Charge their asses too. But to watch people defend this man because he can sing. Oh, but his music is and the contributions. What contributions? This nigga peeing on people's children. What the parents took money. The parents took money and they're to blame. Let me give you a very frightening conversation right now that you might not be ready for. A lot of you were having sex at 15 years old as well. The only thing is you wasn't having sex with an adult. You was having sex with people your age. The fact that you were having sex at 15 is because your parents failed you. That is considered failing. That you're a minor having sex and running around. That you are in a position to do that. I couldn't do that. Bentley used to do drive-by pull-ups at West Hill. Pull up on me, random. Okay, we going home now. Let's go. I could never skip school. I could never skip a class. I could never do anything. That man used to be on me like a motherfucking hawk. Come home from school. He's like, come and bend down here. Let me smell your head. Like, smell my head. The fellas on the corner smoking dope. They just smoke dope down at the corner. I smell it when I come down there the other day. They smoking dope. They smoking dope down in there at your school. Let me smell your hair. Right? My parents weren't babysitters. They were parents. They were involved. So I could not have had sex at 15, even if I wanted to. I couldn't. So to see you talking about, oh, well, what is a 15-year-old doing in front of R. Kelly? Yeah, that's a part of the problem. Right? Oh, we need to teach our young girls that, they don't need to be in the face of artists. Says the heifer that is a groupie behind a motherfucker like Elephant Man. You're commenting, and you were outside Elephant Man's hotel. I saw you when Elephant Man was last in Toronto. You and your two girlfriends were sitting out in front of the hotel waiting for him to come home. But now you are some religious commenter. You're a gospel commenter. Oh, well, you shouldn't be around artists. You were a groupie for an artist that has way less clout than R. Kelly. You were a groupie for Elephant Man. Dexter Daps come and wave at you right now, you're going to go fucking, what are you talking about? There's a reason why there's a minimum age for drinking. There's a reason why there's a minimum age for driving. There's a reason why there's a minimum age to do many things. But all of a sudden, there's no minimum age for sex. You're blaming a kid for having a sex with an adult. Let's just get this straight. Minors cannot consent to sexual activity with an adult. I don't care how fast this girl child is. I don't care how whatless the girl's parents are. She cannot consent to sexual activity with an adult. The same way she cannot walk into an alcohol store and buy alcohol or cigarettes. I don't understand the struggle to comprehend what statutory rape is. Oh, those girls didn't go kicking and screaming. They don't have to go kicking and screaming. They cannot consent in the first place. You assholes. What are you struggling with? Oh, but one of the girls was 18. So, because you turned 18 last week, now you're an adult and you're the wisest person on the planet and you know to avoid R. Kelly. I'm tired to hear black people sometimes they're Russian and all these black women defending R. Kelly. I'm in shock. There's a lot of men defending him too. Oh, these little horrid ass girls. What? Oh, Bill Cosby. What? Bill Cosby? It is annoying. It is annoying. And I feel like when you're a blogger and you're talking about the right thing, you get seen as a hater. You get seen as somebody coming to tear down people. No, we're not trying to tear down people. I'm not trying to tear down Damion Crawford. I'm trying to get Damion Crawford to pay attention to what's important. I'm not tearing down Popcaan. I'm trying to tell Popcaan, you're going to lose at the end of this. This coin got two tails on it, and you picking heads, bruh. This small fight with the JCF is going to ruin you internationally. Stay focused on the bigger prize. That's what I'm saying. right? Because I'm not gonna be some groupie fool and be like, yeah, take down the JCF. No, get rid of this right now. Get your lawyer to chill the fuck out and get this off your plate. You don't need this. Because I want to see Popcaan win. This is gonna make Popcaan lose. Because I can see past the hurdles and I can see the end of the road where the rainbow is. This is gonna fuck Popcaan up. That's why I'm telling him, be careful. I'm not telling him be careful because I'm a hater. I'm telling him be careful because I like him. Because if me and Motley gets involved, you're gonna got problems. Because then now these people gonna start pressing and pushing out evidence. Then you're gonna say they fighting you. Leave this alone. Leave this alone. Damion Crawford, leave Guyana alone. Skeng can sing his toxic lyrics in Jamaica. Guyana said they don't want it. Story done. No one's telling Skeng what he can and can't sing. They're saying what he can and can't sing in their location, and they have the right to do that. I ain't fighting nobody. I ain't fighting nobody. You have to be real about shit. And we have a society of delusional ass people running around the place that just want to hear things that's going to appease them. And they listen. My mom is gonna tell me everything that I like every single day. You don't think I love her still? Oh, because one day she told me something I don't like. I hate the woman now, and we're enemies. She's gonna tell me something that I don't like, right? Because she wants me to win. Because I was about to go to America a day to go kick down. I don't even want to get into that. Libra might know, Gavin might know, Drea might know, and it's lucky COVID was going on. Because when you get $25,000 knock out your hand on bullshit. My mom's like, well, you got, you can't go nowhere. You can't go down there. No. And I'm like, Mom, move. Carla, sit down. I don't want to hear that, but she's right to tell me that. She's telling me the right thing because she loves me. She wants me to win. A lot of you don't want nobody to tell you nothing. That's why you end up losing. There's people that know better and they're going to tell you to do better. And you have to understand that. This fight for Popcaan is a stupid fight. Stupid ass fight. You don't see Skilly Bang down there getting $50,000-$60,000 a show. Popcaan fee is way more than that. Skilly Bang knocking around left, right, and center. Don't you want to go to the BET Awards? Don't you want to do these things? But you gonna let the JCF and some little bullshit ass lawyer trying to make money throw you off that game, Popcaan? That's your call. I'm telling you, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Anyhow. People, who's in the chat now? Let me go. I'm going to come back next week, Friday, 8 p.m. If you guys have any topics you want me to address. We got some new music. I'm going to be putting up the top 10 soca rhythms of the week, top 10 dancehall videos of the week, top 10 soca songs of the week. It's going to be on my channel tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed. Now that I'm going to be able to get back into this algorithm, I'm going to be able to do my videos again. And by the way, I have a video for JA Radio that's going up. I don't know when I'm going to put it up, though. Thinking about it. JA Radio. Don't you for a motherfucking minute think that I'm done with you. You guys did a rebuttal video telling pure lies to me, and you thought I was gone? No. I'm still here. We're going to address every one of your lies. Be ready for that. It's not going to go good. Hopefully I can get my video screen. Oh, God. I hate this fuzzy look, man. But yeah, J Radio, you not Wiz and Shaq? Oh no. I heard you had your baby, so now I can't cause you to go into premature labor. So I talking now. Why come out to shackle? I ready. You better be ready for this video. I don't think you want to come out your house when this video done. Cause you know the receipts came in on all you. Let me pick up your people in the chat, man. Nikisha Stewart, let me make you admin. Nikisha Stewart is my new graphic artist. Amazing. I always worked with Jelani. I've worked with Jelani since I fell out with my cousin in 2012. My cousin, I don't even want to talk about her. She doesn't exist. Jelani's been with me since 2012. And he was going to school then. And he needed to do some stuff for his placement and stuff like that. And he did a lot of work with me. And he's just moved up a lot in life where he's doing way more bigger things that doesn't involve graphics anymore. It involves some of the other stuff that he really wanted to do. So that's why Jelani's no longer doing graphics for me 100% of the time. Keisha Stewart does all of Patrice Roberts' graphics. She's not no sweetbread. Like she's bad with it. And this is the first graphic artist I've worked with where I was just like, this is what I need. And she's been able to come and be like, boom, 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 and give me what I want. Very professional. She's part of the entourage when we go to Trinidad. She hangs out with me. I didn't know that she would have been able to turn around things so quickly for me. So I'm glad that she reached out. She's a very nice person, very respectable person. So if you need anything graphic wise done, contact her because she is good people. And for me, I always want to promote the good business people. The bad ones, no. So I know some of you have been with me so long that you would know Jelani. Jelani and I still talk. We're very good. We have no issues. He's just doing a lot of other things in a different direction. A cookie called Quest, Kamar, he's a graphic artist too, but his cookie company's blown up and everybody just kind of has their own stuff to do. So there's no beef. I don't have anybody that, except for my cousin, that I've fallen out with that I don't work with anymore. Whether it's Raleigh Raw, whether it's Pitt the Marine, everyone from day one is still here. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted you guys to know that. Nikisha, follow her. Someone actually said Guyana is leading cleaning the Caribbean country. Technically, you're not even Caribbean. Well, go and file a report to get them off the West Indies cricket team because they're in CARICOM and they're on the West Indies cricket team. So unless the CARICOM and West Indies cricket team is bored, Guyana is Caribbean. All righty. Next one. Drea Nation. Girl. Somebody delete that Vivek Sharma person. This person's been trolling me everywhere. Just delete them. They troll me on Facebook, troll me everywhere. I don't know what the problem is. I have a feeling I know who it is though. Drea told me blow it. Weston was the best school yet. Christina, Apple Cider, Kenrith. Kenrith is another graphic artist as well. Very respectable young man. Love him. He's Vincy. If you want to support, let me see if I can block this person. Oh, can you block him? Yeah. That person has followed me for years. Everywhere I go, they show up with that name and they want to come and fight me. I don't know. Sometimes people, yeah. Angel Eyes, Gaza Ricardo, Nikita, we had to talk a night and then I fell asleep when you called. I'm going to try call you this weekend, okay? Gavin, big up yourself. Noah your Grove, big up yourself. Libra, well, you know Libra. Libra's always going to be here. Melinda, love heals. Okay, guys. So what you got to do, share on your pages that I'm going to be going live again next week, Friday, 8 p.m. Let's get this back to where it was. Remember when I would click on the live and 1,000 people be on the live same time? Next week, this is going to be streaming to Facebook as well. I got to go to the technology store and get all these jacks, these USB-C jacks. Look, this man bought me this microphone. He says he wanted to invest in my blog. What a sweetheart, huh? I sound nice man around me nowadays, Hold on, Gavin. I have something for you there too. Gav, come, look here. Gavin, one of these is yours. You see that, Gavin? Drea, I sending this to Gavin. Gaza Ricardo could get one too. Gaza Ricardo, this might burn hair on your chest though. By hair, this might fuck you up, Gaza Ricardo. I don't know if you're strong enough to deal with this here, right? But that's for you, Gavin. I got that put down there for you. Cause you got big talks, but you got a 45. I think we're gonna see about that. You on? So I tell you. Anyhow, folks, love you all. Next week, I'm gonna have the music set up. I have all the music set up. Nothing worked today. All these damn things that are here. Hold on. Let me see if I can connect this now. It has not been a good week for me with technology. Nothing worked. But I'm leaving now. Is this going to connect? It might. Okay, Gav, make sure you link me. We can connect. Listen. Oh, let's see if it works now. Okay. Music next week. Thank God. If this does work. Guys, let's see.
Yo, you know it's your boy Moaz, the Roughness King, representing for Babbzy and Carrie Bugs. You don't know, Babbzy, you know you're on the show. The Roughness King represented straight, roughness, cool. Hey, myself, representing Babbzy. Carrie Bugs, you got to give it to them. Babbzy, give it to ya. Hey, Carrie Bugs, give it to ya. Hey, Babbzy, give it to ya. Hey, Carrie Bugs, give it to ya. Babbzy, give it to ya, baby. Carrie Bugs, give it to ya, honey. Babbzy, give it to ya, sweetheart. Carrie Bugs, give it to ya, bro. Babbzy, really what you want? Like a book, did it move a cup? Carrie Bugs, sweet, wanna beg for some. Babbzy, give it sweetness, darling. Pon the roll like a bandy cup. Up the string like a Bogota. We can make sure resident the shot. Carrie Bugs, give it sweetness, darling. Hold it, cause I get it on, cause I ain't in mood to order a Carrie Bugs. Hey, oh gosh, turn it on, oh gosh. Hold it, cause I get it on, cause I hear Carrie Bugs down, but in rumpa. Oh gosh, rough but Jimmy's fun, rough.
Yo, Babbzy, turn up the thing. Yo, Carrie Bugs, turn up the thing. Let me deal with them. Hey. Ha! She bubbling, Babbzy got the flags them bubbling, Carrie Bugs got the flags them bubbling. Oh, Babbzy come down to fix things proper, Carrie Bugs come down to deal with your matter. Babbzy touch down the whole thing shatter, Carrie Bugs fix all the flags them proper. Oh, Babbzy got the flags them bubbling, Carrie Bugs got the flags.
Let me stop, cause you guys will make me skin out all my dubs tonight. Anyways, love all you guys. Big up yourself, Drea, Libra, Gaza, Ricardo, Gavin, Nikita, Christina. Oh, Christina, let me give you the moderator thing there too. Okay, all right, good. Love you guys. Next Friday, 8 p.m. on the dot, white people time. K. I'm trying to be on white people time. So love you guys. Big things are starting to happen. Now I'm coming back out. Let everybody know that the truth is coming back in the building. The truth is coming back in the Russell building. Later. Love you guys. Bye.